everybody! So today I want to tell you the story about how my worst nightmare came true. And it genuinely is like one of the worst things I could have ever imagined happening to me. I'll just start by explaining how I got to where I was. So I was going to go to a camping trip with my dad and my brother. I was going to drive my car to his house so that he wouldn't have to go out of the way to actually get to the camping ground. So the camping trip itself was fine. And we came back home and I loaded my things back into my car. I checked the water in the radiator really quickly, and then I just took back off because I had to get back to work. But about a third of the way into my trip, I noticed my temperature gauge light was on and was beeping at me. For a second, I thought maybe I could still make it home and then be able to refill the water or check it or whatever. But after a moment, I was just like, no, I can't. So I immediately called my dad, explained what was going on, and he said to pull over. But there wasn't really a safe spot, so I decided to take the very next exit that was coming up really quickly. And so I was going up to the exit light, in the left turn lane. I was just going to pull into a shopping center or something and pull over and park and everything. But then it was my turn to go once the light turned green, but my car wouldn't go. So I went into full-blown panic. I tried restarting the car. And I was on the phone with my dad this whole time. I say to him, I think it stalled or something. I'm stuck. And I just burst into tears, completely panicking. And he's just over the phone telling me to just hang in there and that he'll be right there and that he would get water and come get me as soon as he can. So I put my hazard lights on and just pray that nobody gets annoyed that I'm blocking the whole left turn lane, which is literally my worst nightmare ever, to just be one of those people blocking the whole road, even though I was just stuck. So I basically just continue to freak out, and because I pretty much don't know how to cope with anything, I also called my friend Caitlin, who kind of just gave me someone to talk to during this whole thing because I had people going around me and someone even honked at me, but there was literally nothing I could do except gesture for them to go around me. It didn't take very long for someone to pull up and ask if I needed help, thank God. He helped me get kind of out of the way. But then a few other people showed up to kind of get me just off to the side. Because before I was kind of sticking out still so that the car wasn't just blocking the whole lane. These people were literally angels. They left before I could properly thank them, but that's okay. And my faith in humanity was restored that day. My dad showed up soon after and we got my car to cool down with some water. It turned out I had actually left the cap to the radiator slightly loose, so all the water came out once I was driving. But it worked out for the most part. We were able to carefully drive it home with my dad following me, and I made it to work on time. Early, in fact. It was genuinely my worst nightmare ever, save for the few angels that came to help me. And it ended up working out. So if you guys enjoyed hearing this story, you can give the video a thumbs up. You can get more of my stories, poems, etc. by clicking subscribe down below. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and remember, Misty loves you.